respectfully, you know what I mean, where we deal with the issues from a very critical thinking point of view, you know what I mean? And everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Well, I've one today, but morning to everybody. Morning to the Ground Report team, of course. Nigel Snipes, the original Big Jacket Man, or the Big Wood Man, the original Lennox, and Andy Williams. Yes, good morning to all of you all outside there in Radio Land. And this is another week
Yes.
of talk again. And we are going to be keeping it very versatile as we go along to touch on organic topics, touch on some politics, all other topics.
Well,
we are in the current affairs. So current affairs has a lot.
yeah, this morning we had to deal
broad,
with it.
You know,
Plenty.
we have lots of things to deal with. But I want to start off with that topic, but I don't know if we could.
Well, we're going to deal with them one by one. Let me just give you a little recap of the weekend and what took place over the weekend, and one of the most important things that took place over the weekend on a positive vibes.
Right.
I will urge everybody that listen to this program right now. Okay? When we started this program, we said there's a lot of noise out there. We want you to drown out the noise and pay attention to what is going on. Because there are a lot of things going on in the background, a lot of work being done, right?
Right.
Now, I urge everybody, and I don't know why we don't have those clips cut up into short pieces that we could have run this morning during our breaks. But the Prime Minister spoke in Parliament on Friday.
Right.
She spoke for 23 minutes and 6 seconds. And in the time that she spoke about all of the legislation that the government has dealt with and passed over the last year. She dealt with crime.
What happened?
She dealt on Friday.
No, totally out of it on Friday.
You serious, boy?
Totally out of it.
The lady stood up in Parliament and she spoke for 23 minutes, including the legislative agendas that they passed, many of which have to do with the judiciary and the justice system,
right,
and crime. So the foundation is being laid through the judiciary. You could see as she painted the picture to deal with crime, right?
Right.
She also dealt with crime issue.
Right.
The extension of the SOE, which will be coming soon to be discussed in the Parliament, and she mentioned jobs.
Oh, that's with that too.
Just over, right. So she mentioned just over 8,000 jobs have been created over the last year.
Right.
That is in accordance to the Central Statistical, the CSO, right, who put out that information since last week. So she spoke about that. She also spoke to another 14,200 jobs. I have to go back and listen to the clip to get some clarity as to what specifically she mentioned as relates to that. But she went on now to also speak about the energy sector. We have another American oil giant that will be investing in Trinidad and Tobago. She also mentioned the ExxonMobil, of course, presence and investment in Trinidad and Tobago. She mentioned the energy sector and the moves being gained there. Outside of the energy sector, she also went on to speak about public servants. And she mentioned that the media review will take place on Monday, June the 15th, that is next week Monday, 1 week from now, where they will go back to the Parliament and request $2.93 billion. And out of that $2.93 billion, 2.83 is recurrent expenditure. However, that is expenditure that was not budgeted for in 2025 October. So that will deal with the salary increases. So all of the little problems that people have been having with the late pay and the this and the that and the other, they are going to the Parliament on Monday to get the funds to accommodate for those payments. So all of the public servants that got their salary increases, things like that. Remember, once you increase those salaries through those negotiations, all who get 5% and 10% and whatever, those are fiscal adjustments that have to be made in order to meet those commitments. All right? So they're going to be going for that, and payments shall be on time and more efficient now when that money is allocated. Because for now, what she was explaining is that, they had to claw and fight their way through the little struggle with the financial situation that they were faced with. She also mentioned the debt. She said when they left office in 2015, the national debt was 75 billion. And over the 10-year period that the PNM was there, it doubled to $144 billion, in debts, right? So she said that is what they inherited. That is what they have been dealing with. She went on to talk about the reversal of the blacklisting of the European Union. She went on to speak about that as well. Amongst other international gains that they've made, of course, United Nations Security Council seat that they secured last week, and so on and so forth. One of the biggest things that she mentioned about from an international confidence standpoint, and I didn't even know this. I do not know if I missed it in the news or what took place, but she mentioned that the World Bank, that's right, the World Bank, will be setting up an office in Trinidad and Tobago. So the World Bank has an office coming that they will be setting up in Trinidad and Tobago. So that is another vote of confidence in Trinidad and Tobago from an international standpoint, because the World Bank don't come and set up shop in your country just so. Right? So she mentioned that will be happening. She also spoke to, she ended her 23-minute contribution in Parliament by saying that when she took office in April 28th, she said better days are coming. And she said she could stand now and she could let the country know that better days are here.
Right.
That's a strong statement, because I remember the last time our Minister of Finance get up and say, the economy is booming, Madam Speaker. It is booming. This is booming. Everything was booming. And we never really saw the boom. But nevertheless, she that 23 minutes that the Prime Minister spoke for, if you did not get that in your news cycle, please go to social media and find it. It's there. All right? Because all of the things that they did over the last year is laid out. And when you listen to what she says, you will understand and ask yourself, but why all the noise? And that's what it is, right? So I'm just recapping what was said in Parliament from that perspective. That is the positive side of things. On the negative side of things, we have a 12-year-old child that got into a vehicle and that was the end of her life. They have a 26-year-old suspect in custody. I mentioned this morning that this reminds me, when we had the Andrea Barrett thing, right? When the Andrea Barrett tragedy happened, right? And the Candlelight movement was formed. We, over 128,000 physical signatures, we delivered it to the AG's office. We had a list of things that we wanted based on that tragedy happening, right? And nothing has materialized. The regularization of PH drivers is one of those things, right?
Right.
And we see here now that, look, another incident like, Andrea Barrett incident has taken place. And a little girl, 12 years old, you understand what I'm saying?
Well.
And I mean...
Let me put it into perspective, right? I have this on how to put this, boy?
And by the way, they're still searching. I see here they're still searching for the 2-year-old in Tobago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have information that I want to be careful how I put out that information, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of sick people outside here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, you telling me?
A lot of sick fathers, uncles, grandfathers, and other members of
women too,
family, right?
Women too,
And a lot of them are family members.
Mm-hmm.
We have numbers that I don't know what is the protocol via certain ministries and certain units that's supposed to protect children, right?
Right.
I remember going back to the days of the Jericho project with Philip.
With Philip.
And us standing in the square in Woodford Square talking about children's rights and how we protect them and so on and so on. And Verna St. Rose Graves was the person who got the legislation to move the furthest, right? There were 5 pieces of legislation to protect our children. And we only enacted 3 of them, right? They had 2 of them, the Adoption Act and the what's the next act, boy? Foster care, the Foster Care Act. We have failed to move the needle on that issue where that is concerned. But at least we have legislation and we have protection of children via the Children's Authority. I remember that very clearly because men like Philip, myself, and plenty other people were advocating for how we protect children.
Mm-hmm.
We are 20 years down the road, or 15 years, or how much ever it is, and we have not. We have systems in place, but the systems are not enough.
Yeah.
Because there's violence going on in the homes. There is
But we have two
deviant
reports.
predatory behavior going on by family members.
We have a Judith Johnson and Robert Sabga report that is there and what has been done since.
I am really curious. I really need to talk to somebody in charge about this issue because every day there are issues with Children's Authority, with the unit that they form in the police station to deal with children's
yeah. Well,
right?
Roger will speak to that tomorrow when he comes.
Right?
He'll be coming in.
We have serious issues with. Yeah, well, I'll talk to him on that.
Yeah. I'll message him just to remind him about tomorrow because I know Tuesday's constituency.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll tell him 9 o'clock. So hopefully,
right.
I don't know what time they had to reach the constituency office.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have issues of those types of scenarios that are the underlying piece. And if you have 10 incidents, 15 incidents, whatever, that would tell you that things like Angelo and things like the girl will get kidnapped and wherever and rape and wherever it may be, whatever the case may be, that would tell you, that would signal that we need to beef up how we protect children in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I'm fed up talk about this, and I'm going to do something about it because I'm fed up talk about it. So it's time for action now, right? We in a serious place where our children are concerned.
Yeah, we've had too many incidents, and it's in nowhere. It's been going on for a while. It's been festering there for a while.
Young children being molested by their fathers and uncles and grandfathers and all the people that close to the family and that kind of stuff. Those things are on the rise because it have men that can't keep it in their pants. They're just out of time.
I mean, even now in the paper, I'm seeing alarming data: 5,500 child victims in 6 years.
What they were saying, these numbers, and if you're doing safety like I do safety basically, you would know that anytime that number starts to rise and they're keeping it a secret right through, things like Angelo and things will happen, right? So we need to start to look at that holistically as to how we deal with situations like that.
And quite frankly, right, I am tired. I've grown exhausted of these incidents happening, and then we had to hear from the MPs, the politicians. We had to hear from the religious leaders of how heart-wrenching it is. We have to hear the data every time. So what are we really doing? What are we doing? What are we doing about it?
They are there to fix it, and that is not happening.
But what are they doing about it?
That is not happening.
Because we only hearing from them. Now, I ain't saying that people aren't doing work, you know. What I'm saying is whatever we doing, it is not... we're not making gains. Right? Because we see more of it happening.
Every 2 years, we have a serious incident with children.
No,
every 2 years.
You cannot police an incident like that. Let me be real about that. This is not something that you could police. This is a societal issue. Right? I wouldn't say that this is a crime issue. It is a crime issue when the crime is committed. But the actual point of committing the act is a societal, mental kind of issue that we have to deal with, boy. Because you can't tell me a man could watch a 2-year-old child
and try to penetrate that 2-year-old child.
Or kill the child. Yeah. And then throw the body in the sea or wherever.
What about those that live with those scars?
With the scars too.
On their mind.
You can't tell me that how a man could watch a little 11, 12-year-old girl. You understand? A little child boy. This is 5 minutes from where she left to home, 5 minutes driving. And that vehicle, because of where that area is, that vehicle had to be somebody from the area. You understand what I'm saying? It's a man from the area. It's nobody come no outer area person. You understand what I'm saying? And thankfully the police have a suspect already in custody. Whether he will fall off a chair or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying, when you have these things happening, that is a boy. You ought to be a sick individual, boy, to watch a little child boy and want to rape a little child boy and then kill the little child boy.
I have no tolerance, and I am not an unrepentant UNC where sharing this concern. I am not an unrepentant UNC. So I expect that the UNC would know where they sit and know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Because this cannot continue to go.
The Prime Minister is she has been very clear on her mandate as it relates to children. She's been very clear on that.
Well, she has to get up and she has to get her ministers working in that vein. Because we have to protect our youths. We're going wild, Trinidad and Tobago. We can't be going so.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, we want to hear from you. So we're going to open up the floodgates and give you the opportunity to talk. There's the first topic that we're dealing with. We have the Naughty Corner coming up after 10 o'clock news. And then after that, well, it have many things to talk about. We will touch on a few of those things, including, well, this John Bates issue is very interested in OX.
Yeah.
It's very interested,
Nice,
but I'll go leave it for that time. I'm waiting for that. You heard what the opposition leader said outside the parliament when they asked about John Bates.
Yeah.
You heard what she said?
Yeah. She very selective in her words.
Very selective, right?
Yeah.
Right. But we were saying something as it relates to another matter. Mm-hmm. And nobody wants that. Everybody and making that noise.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, she know about due process and natural course of justice.
Yeah.
All right, we go deal with all of that too this morning.
What are worry?
Well, this is the thing. What about? We go talk about all of that when we get on the road. But this morning, after this first break here, I think we should. And listen, this is not a morning that we're looking for people to just call in and say, boy, this is a sad thing. And I hear all of that already. Let me get some solutions to this problem now. Let me be solution driven this morning.
Yeah.
Let me not just be about talk to call in and rah-rahing about, oh gosh, and another one, and what is going on in this country, and the country this, and these people something that, and this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear that this morning. You understand? If you know that your emotions have been jerked or irked as it relates to this situation, then call and let's try to find the solution to the problem now. Because we have a problem. We have a problem. So let us try and find that solution this morning. I ain't saying don't call and give your thoughts, or share your emotion. But while you're sharing your emotion, come up with something, think of something, because sometimes some of the best ideas has come from the common man, You don't need that degree to come up with all the ideas, The ideas has come from the people in the community who have the experience of some of these things going on. Maybe a parent whose child is a past victim or something like that. You know what I mean? They might have a solution, because you must sit and think when things happen to you in life, right? So, let me just, I don't know, but I don't know what kind of offerings you all could give. But I just fed up of the wrong talk, and just talk in our circle, and it's not improving. So we're going to be back after this. We are 28 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. It is off the record. It is Talk City 91.1. Don't go anywhere.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, people. So we're back, and like I said, the phone lines are open. 622-4911. That is 622-4911. If you're on the WhatsApp side of things, it is 349. Is 349? 394? No, 394-4911. So 394-4911 on the WhatsApp side, and 622-4911 if you're calling in on the landline. We're talking about Mercedes, on the unfortunate situation with Mercedes Lane. She was described as a child who was full of life and nurtured dreams of becoming a nurse. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
Yes, I would have thought that the grandfather, knowing what is happening in the country, could have easily paid for the driver and go down to the driver, seeing that they live just a few miles down the road, and see the child was dropped off at the mother's residence, and then the driver drop him back up where he's living. These are things that people have to think of. I mean, parenting is not just bringing children to the board and at 12 years old. I mean, you cannot risk that kind of opportunity when you're knowing the crime in the country.
All right. I hear you. I hear you. All right. Thanks a lot. Yeah. But my response to that is, it may be something that, she may be accustomed visiting there, and they're accustomed putting her in a car, and she gets home safely all the time. It's just this occasion is a sick, demented individual car that she entered. Now, I understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't, because I'm very sure that the grandfather is feeling horrible since this thing has occurred, so I wouldn't put the weight on the grandfather's shoulder. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, gentlemen, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, condolences to the family of the young lady.
Yeah.
That didn't deserve to die like that, right?
Exactly.
But I could tell you something. You could know somebody for years and still don't know them now. Because I watching a video where a woman saying, the guy that get locked up, he not living too far from her. She accustomed traveling with him. And he
Exactly.
never indicated to be that kind of person. You know, there's some taxi drivers, like they can't see a woman and they give them talks. He never used to do anything like that. She said she's
somebody in the
comfortable
area?
traveling with the
Somebody
fella.
to know?
She accustomed traveling with the man. So as far as I see, is the quiet people is not afraid of stuff, not the loud, boisterous. The ones who like to talk. You see the quiet ones that don't tell nobody nothing. Them is the ones that are afraid by him.
Yep. That's
Sad.
right. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, that's the ones that are watch her and true. The ones who quiet and sneaky. Morning.
Morning, Stephan and X.
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
As X say, one of the first thing we need to do is fix the foster care system, because sometimes we take them away from our abusive family and put them right back into the system we take them out of. And you see, all that protest we was doing, we should have come out today and protest to push for legislation to protect our children. This is what we're supposed to be protesting for.
Right.
Things that make sense, things that go help build the country and push the country forward.
All right.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right. 6224911. As we continue to take your calls this morning on the situation with Mercedes Lane. Oh, gosh. How long did I miss you over? So, yes. Yeah, morning. I don't get eye on the side of my head just now. You know.
Good morning. That well hurted me, boy. I couldn't even eat my dinner last night. I know what up my dinner to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right when I hear that, because I lost a son too. And I hold the killers. But Jesus, they need now to go with the white guns and things and burn the candles for justice for that child. For what's going on in the country, that's what we need them for to do now.
All right.
In Jesus' name. Okay, all you have a blessed day. In
No
Jesus'
problem.
name.
It's like you know, we haven't learned from the Sean Luke. From Sean Luke's incident was one that captured national attention, and rightfully so. And I mean, that was how much years ago, X? That's 10 years. Morning. More than 10.
Gentlemen, I would just say hello.
You sure about
There's
that?
nothing good about this morning, so I can't say that. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
X,
Yes, go ahead.
X,
Morning.
you are so right about what is happening to the gems and the jewels of Trinidad. Okay, and I cannot help but think of the Akil Chambers situation. Now, in this, I mean, look, in this modern day of technology, right? I mean, I remember a case in upstate New York where a slow fella was put in jail for being a serial rapist. When the real rapist, you know, they caught him, he was in a restaurant and they took his DNA samples from like a glass, right? And they tied him to a number of rapes. And I'm thinking in the Aki Chambers situation, one person is deceased, the other person is still alive, two main suspects, and yet you know that they have children, they may have relatives or whatever. You definitely could find some DNA samples and pursue that.
They did find DNA samples. They found 2 DNA samples.
Yeah, exactly.
Robert
and yet
Sapka
one
on
is
the
still
record
alive.
as saying that.
And one is still alive of the 2 suspects. One is cremated, all right, and dead. And you're going to tell me, I mean, in this 5-day, 7-day, or whatever day memory society we have, move on to the next headline, is a sad day. And, X, pursue what you're doing, brother. All right? Take care.
All right, man.
God
Listen.
bless.
Yeah. Cool. Let me get back over here now. Hello, good morning. Talk your talk. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Share my thoughts. When we have to the father sitting down in the parliament, and people come out to talk, they want them to talk, but people who quiet. They talk quiet. The president doesn't listen. The saddest we have around.
All right, no problem. Again, morning. Talk. Come here all of this morning.
Morning.
Yep, go ahead.
Morning. Stephan and morning, Mr. X. I think that what Mr. X was saying when he started the conversation, the rest of the pieces of the legislation, let's bring them into play And for these cases, so because we don't know these children could be our future leaders, in society making positive contribution. I think these people them should get life imprisonment. Life imprisonment, and instead of having them sent down inside the jail and we mind them, then create a system whereby they're coming out here into society and they're planting food to feed the nation then. This is one of the ways I say we can make say, well, it isn't my contribution then, in terms of, find a solution to the problems then.
You can't put an offender out in the
Can't put them out?
Nope.
Okay then. Well, I think if the fight is going more serious now, it's about time we have introduced hanging again. Simple as that. Hanging. If there's any law book.
I have indicated that area outside of the prison, next door to the prison, as a matter of fact, the maximum security prison, make that into a number plate center. And make that the only place you can get number plates. When we go to RFID number plates, make it a center for that.
All right, caller. Yeah, when we go into those license plates. Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, guys. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
A guy was just saying about the future. The world is your children, So
yep,
we have to protect them. Philip was talking something the other day about the lodge, the nastiness that go on in the lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And because when you think back about Aki Chambers, two big men cannot watch one another and say, let me rape that little boy now. Because how you will feel to watch your friend and say, that it's something that is going on for a long time.
Yep.
And it's time they get to the bottom of these things and stop these things from happening. Because, as I say, Stephan, when you watch an X-Man or watch things like you rape that boy, no, it's something I've been doing for a long time.
Yep.
So who else they do before Akil? And who else they going and do again after Akil?
How much
who going to stop these people? Yeah. You know?
Understand? Yeah,
so they had to get to the bottom of people, and this because they have money, you can buy your way out. Everything has to stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Has to stop.
Yeah,
man. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, the Akil Chambers thing does always come back, boy. That has always come back in the discussion. That was a sad time, and it's sad to know nothing ever happened. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stephan. Good morning, Mr. X.
Morning,
Good
dear.
morning, Mr. X.
Yeah.
It hurt me so much. It hurt me so much, especially when people saying, the people have to look after the children. You have to look after your children. The only my children used to walk from here. You know where I live in, on the Santa Cruz Road.
Right.
By the steps. They used to walk from here to go Mount Hope to school to reach up there for 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You think I could not tell them, put them in a car? You can't trust people with their children. You can't trust, not even the father with the children. You have to watch your children, look after your children. What am I going to do now? What? Like, you have to go by people's door and watch the children for them? You have to somebody shoot somebody near to the house, they have a campaign, and you just have to step away from them. Can't tell nobody to shoot somebody nearby your house.
All right.
People have to make a law. Leave children alone. If you can't see, that's why the Prime Minister says is mentally ill people, too much mentally ill people, and too much mentally ill people on the station. I'll go on.
All right, no problem. Yep. I'll take this one. Yeah, morning. Morning, go ahead.
Morning to Mr. X and Stephan.
Yes, I.
Yeah. Stephan boy, in Trinidad, people does only talk and talk. You self know what you go through with Barrett and things. Either man is a victim of crime already. You too, right? Yep. My wife had a roti shop right by the police station.
Yep.
We thinking we safe day. And a man put a knife in my throat early in the morning when I wasn't even watching. And wanted to kill me for a little money we had. Yep. And I just had to take that and move on with my life. Because this is Trinidad. We just only talk about things now when it happens. And tomorrow we done with that. If you know how much crime taking place right in front of our eyes, and we come immune for that, it's not only when somebody get murdered, that is a crime. It have a lot of petty crime taking place that damaging people's life over and over, and nobody care. All of us, we only fighting We fighting amongst ourselves for who like this government and who like the government, who like the operation and who like the operation. That's our goal, and we forget what taking place among us. That's why crime will keep happening here over and over. No SOE ever worrying me. It even, if you don't have a SOU, you even know if that day. So me ain't talking about that. That waste of time thing. So I ain't even talking about that because that is hamburging me one bit.
Right.
That's what I have to say this morning, brother. Thank you.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks a lot. All right. Oh, wait. I was on the other arm. Right, nice. All right, we're coming up on 15 minutes away from the hour of 10 o'clock. We're going to take a little break here, and when we come back from the break, we'll get back to the phone lines, man. So don't go anywhere. Off the record continues after this.
This Father's Day, Talk City 91.1 FM celebrates the lessons, wisdom, and
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, people, so we're back, and we are just about 13 minutes away from the 10 o'clock news. We got to the 10 o'clock news at the top of the hour. If you just tuned in, if you just caught us on 91.1 Talk City, it's Off the Record, Stephan and Mr X. And we're here talking about the agony and the pain that the nation has been struck with the death of this 12-year-old girl who has been found dead. 26-year-old is in custody.
The nation was in awe the other day. In the middle, after the first set of incidents, this incident with IM, where the girl was stuffed in the
Shannon Banfield.
Right.
Yeah. Andrea Barrett.
We were all up in arms.
Yeah.
We were all also in awe and everything, and how the worker could do that and all kind of mad thing. Here we are, 5 years down the road.
Same thing
again. So with every 5 years or every 4 years we going through this?
This is what it is always said. This job that we do, X, it's a recurring decimal, It's the same thing. We could stay here for the next 10 years and these same things will pop up. Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
Condolence to the family.
Yes, of course.
We need to fix a lot of things in this country.
Mm-hmm.
The judiciary shouldn't take 15 years to decide on a case. You understand?
Agreed.
You should have a few months, maximum a year, to solve a case.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring back hanging. I know it's on the books, but you have to enforce it. You understand? You need to fix the institutions. And for once, I will agree with Eric, fix the police service.
And fix the who? The police service?
Yeah.
Huh?
TTPS then.
Right.
with all the rogue elements and whatever underhand thing happening.
Okay.
Right? We need for taxi drivers to be accountable. If you're working taxi, whether you have PH or not, you must be fully registered and permitted with a badge or something to certify that you are eligible to become a taxi driver. You can't just go down the road, Stephan going down the road, you see a partner, you say, I go hustler trip, pick up 3 people, and you don't know he's a taxi driver.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we need to fix a lot of these things that we need to fix right now.
Okay.
And I hope that this case wouldn't take 15 years. The only case I want to take 15 years is the court appearance by the opposition for filing for the state of emergency.
All right, no problem, man. All right, cool. Yeah, 6224911. X, you want to add anything?
I fed up by the talk, so I get an act now and do what I have to do.
All right, so what you're going to do?
Well, the first option is to go on Shab's program basically, and with Orlando, and set up something along the lines of the youths, and then I will start to frame out what my role is in trying to protect the youths. Because I am fed up out of the talking. I'm ready out of the talking.
I think we all fed up with the
just
talk.
quiet. I ain't really saying much.
No, because I think we all fed up with the talk. I mean, it's just talk after talk after talk after talk, and nothing seems to be improving as it relates to things like this. You know what I mean? Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Castration to me is it, if it's the right person they find.
Castrate,
right?
you
so
say?
Leaving them in jail, sit down to feed them, does not even make sense. They need to be castrated.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right, no problem. Somebody else on the chat say castrate them. Cut it off. Morning.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
I'm calling concerning what you said with Mercedes.
Yes.
And one thing I'd like to say that this could have been avoided based on the people in the community and the neighborhood, because I'm sure this is not the first time with the young man. I used to live in that area, and there is an issue with him, and there are some people speaking up, and these people actually say that they travel with him and they know, and these type of people know exactly that there is another issue. I'm sure the police could deal with it, concerning another issue with him and another young lady and other such things. So if the people in the community would have spoken and make other people aware that, okay, this is how this young man is, this could have been avoided. So that's all I want to say. I'm sorry for the loss of the family, but
yeah,
the community needs to speak up and speak the truth.
That's right. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Well, on that note, if it is, as the caller says, and what persons are whispering in the community that they had concerns about this guy, this is the next thing too. Why we just sit down? And this relates to crime too. Everybody that sit down in a community and know all who the gunman is, know all who the bandit is, There is no all the criminal don't say nothing. It's the same thing. All they say now in all the community, and all they must know, you must know who is shady, who ain't shady, who is this, who win something, who not everybody gonna know, but they must have people who know, and nobody don't say a word. And then when it happens, everybody know. Morning.
So everybody voting the same.
Yeah, no scene, man. Go ahead.
Stephan. Gentlemen, I mean, I'm listening to everybody. They'll 2 cents on this thing, condolences to this little family. But I just want to say to the citizens of this country, let's pray to the Almighty and cover all the children. Pray to the Almighty and cover all the children, because no matter what legislation, what law the police all about, castration, cat-and-nine, hanging, no matter what. We're living in a time right now where there's a lot of sick individuals out here. And we ain't started to see madness as yet. They just the tip of the iceberg. So my just advice to the nation, pray and cover all your children. That is all I can say, gentlemen. Condolences to the families to get again. Thank you, fellas.
All right, no problem, man. Yeah. Again. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is to regularize some of those PH guys and form a database because it is inevitable to stop the PH right now. It's out of hand. So you got to regularize them and have a database so you can check their records and so on. Okay.
Okay.
Another stale debate again. Another stale debate.
Well, I mean,
right through. We going through this.
Yeah. Well, let me hear. Morning.
X morning, Stephan morning. Understand what I call us saying, right? Prayer, but prayer without action wouldn't make no sense now. We're in 2026. People had to change up certain things. Back in the days, back 10 years, 15 years ago, you could have walked to school, send your children to school. They had to change up the statics now, boy. You had to know you had to drop your children to school. You had to watch them and make sure they go to school now, boy. You can't just put them in a car and say, well, they're safe. Right. That mentality had to change. That mentality had to go out the door. You had to make sure and be there, drop your children to reach the school, drop them by the shop, go with them everywhere you had to go with them. You could pray a million prayers. I'm not against prayer. I just say I'm not against prayer. You could pray a million prayers without action, nothing will happen that way.
All right. Cool, man. No scene. To the person asking if there's a statute of limitations for rape and murder cases, no. Not in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, for rape, there's.
For rape?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure about that? I don't think so, no.
Some rape. I think there's a statute of limitation on that.
All right, we can find. Well, I'll get clarity on that. But to my knowledge, I don't think so. I don't know. But I stand to be corrected. One of us will stand to be corrected. Let me just Google it here. Let's see if AI.
I'll check in the lawyer. I'll check it out.
Yeah, check the lawyer, but I'll see what AI. But let me see what AI comes with and what the lawyer responds with. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. There is no statute of limitation for rape, none whatsoever.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, they're saying here. Let me see what it's saying here. All right, there is no statute of limitations on reporting or prosecuting rape in Trinidad and Tobago. Serious sexual offences are indictable crimes, meaning victims can come forward and charges can be brought against an accused person many years or even decades after the abuse occurred.
Cool.
So that's where we are with that. So we don't need to
stand
fix
corrected.
that. We don't need to fix that. All right. We got about 4 minutes until we get to the 10 o'clock news. We'll see if we could squeeze a couple more. We have the naughty corner coming up after that. Well, I don't know where all Alex sharing. I don't know. I kind of have an idea where we're going to the naughty corner. Morning.
Hey, Stephan, morning.
Yeah, Mr. X is here too. Mr. X is here too.
Yes, I have a message to the nation. This problem that the nation is going through is not a political problem. This is a religious problem, and I'm calling on the people of the nation to stop be bashing people's religion, their faith, and their belief. Please, all will get God vexed. This is bigger than politics. That's what we're going through in Trinidad and Tobago. Every day you're in a child dying, somebody getting shoot, somebody this. Politicians cannot solve this problem. It's we causing we own problem by bashing different religion and cursing their God and all kind of things. God don't like that. So I'm begging the nation, please, let's stop it, please. Have a blessed day.
All right, no sin. Yeah, that's why I said this morning. I see the paper here, right? I see the paper here, and I had a laugh, because here we go. Heartbreaking religious leaders say protect children from evil, right? So we have Imam Shiraz Ali. We have Dr. Ellis Burris and Bishop Claude Berkeley. And I'm saying, what are we doing about it from a religious standpoint? You understand? Morning.
Oh.
Easy, lower your volume. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how could you...
Take down your volume or move away from your radio a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on. I know people like to hear
How
this.
could you...
Yeah, go ahead.
How could you adorn a guy who raped a little boy and threw him in a swimming pool and name a street after him, or circular, an ex-minister, and you adorn that? You think that you consider that as something good? You can name a street after him.
All right.
Okay.
All right, no problem. Morning. Oh, missed that one. All right. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to 10 o'clock news, so we're gonna hold it right there. The naughty corner is coming up next. X, you're quiet this morning, boy.
Yeah.
It's a very quiet morning.
I feel it this morning.
You ain't feeling it this morning? I neither. I think the whole country should be in a very somber mood. You know what I mean? Down in the dumps. I mean, it's a sad morning. It's a morning that we faced with
Last time I guess so.
another one.
I team up with my team, Renee Cummins, Philip, and a couple of us well boy. And you know, funny enough, Rhoda Marathon, she paid them team on the other side.
Other side.
Other side of Woodford Square, and we on the other side. That was the biggest match ever in Trinidad. But she was on her team on that side. Them days she was kind of neutral. She wasn't as partisan as she is now. And she, Georgia, a couple of them was on the other side of the park. I remember that clearly. I've seen it now. And I'm talking about it. And I know we were talking about Akil Chambers, Sean Luke, Amy Anamantudo.
Amy Anamantudo, yeah, that was another one.
You know what I mean? The kind of problems that they went through. We're not protecting our children. Now we have a fresh set.
Look at Kiana. It was Kiana James?
Yeah. We have Angelo now. We have this 12-year-old. We have
and the list is longer than that. Yeah.
The two that die, one in Belmont, one in Hoover. All over the place. We just losing it. I
don't know what is going on.
But
people need to know. But one of the callers mentioned something. When you're living in a community and you know or you suspect or whatever the case, you need to speak up. Or you know what I mean? Communities is hide things, you know.
Yeah.
People in communities hide things, you know. There's no, you know.
There's no the neighbor beating up the
and they don't say a word, you know. They don't say a word. They say, well, that's my business. Well, you know what happened?
Yeah, but who do you call? Well,
that's the next thing too.
That is the problem. You're calling and you're getting hola on the next side. There's some Spanish answer on the phone. And all kind of shoppiness going on.
Boy?
Boy, it's all kind of madness going on in this town, boy. You're picking up the phone for authorities and no strict protocol on how you handle incidents. What is going on? Is anything goes?
Well,
you call CPS. They come on the phone. They think sometimes I get somebody. Sometimes you ain't get nobody.
Yeah,
no strict protocol as to how these things have to be handled. So nobody don't know. If you live in a house and you are a woman, you have 2 children or 3 children, and you have to leave them to go and have no father figure in their life. Nice? She met two child father for one child father and one for another child father and whatever. None of them been talking. Bacchanal. You want to go to work, you want to work 2 jobs in order to put food on the table for 3 of them. Where's your redress? Who you calling? Who you really calling to get redress on that situation?
All right. Well, that's something that we need to address. Maybe we'll call Philip this morning. I don't know.
Some people
we get to the 10 o'clock news.
Some people has got an emergency line in the Children's Authority hotline. The CPS might get some hotline, but we just missing the whole bus.
All right, we continue the discussion. Naughty Corner is coming up after the news. The news is now.
Good morning. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard with the latest headlines to the hour.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Where you get to share your licks. Anybody that has misbehaved over the weekend, whether it is in the public space, the privacy of your own life, or whatever, this is the opportunity to share some licks and get it off your chest. So we go into the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes!
In my naughty corner this morning, I want to put them bandit stupidity who went to rob the church. You understand?
Right.
Stephan, you had to get one too, you know. Your hand too nimble. Sometimes you don't let the commercial play out.
Oh, God. It's not me. That's an auto. That's an auto thing.
Oh, you see how you cover your checks?
Yeah, no, that's the automation. It is be automated now. So when they come
Stephan,
down to the last 3 or 4 seconds.
Entire lifestyle we want talking about.
All right. All right. So 6224911. We inside the naughty corner this morning. So the first set, imagine that men going to rob a church, boy. A church where we're not talking about religion and all of these little things. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
This morning, the Portland City Corporation Garbage Collection Department.
Yes.
Why there is a garbage pile up all over the place?
Yes.
The Trinidad Tobago Cycling Federation President Verena Williams.
Yes.
And all them nasty people who have go down Sagaramas and go on the beach and leave the beach still. And it's the man who kill Alan Soldier again. Woe be unto you, Father. Woe be unto you. They will deal with you in the jail.
You understand? Yes. Yeah, them people and them was leave all them garbage hunting is true. That garbage collection thing, the Port of Spain City Corporation. Yeah, boy. Or that I guess something, or they're playing too much games. Hello, good morning. Yeah, but they're playing too much games. Why? Playing too much games.
I want to give the bull pistol to whoever dismantled the community police division. Those community, if they wouldn't be the solution to the problem, but they would have been assisted and very helpful.
That's what the comfort patrols?
Yes, the comfort patrols. Thank you.
All right.
So if that was in place, they would have been very effective. Thanks.
All right. Licks. No, but serious, that you think that's something could work? The community comfort patrols that we had back in 2020, 2015?
I don't know, boy.
Morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Maybe a deterrent.
Could be.
My naughty
Gotta get
corner
them
man is
guns, though.
Johan Hari, for course in the Hindu religion.
Boy, yeah, nah, the kind of, nah, we ain't done with he yet.
You know why I asked him myself?
Nice. Yeah, man. No senior minty now.
You know why I asked him myself?
Where's that?
You wanted likes, right?
Uh-huh.
So you went ahead and you said something that is going to go viral.
Yes.
You get the likes and everything. You're going in the hospital, right?
Mm.
What to do with you?
Exactly.
Are you a doctor or a Negro doctor?
Well, I don't know.
If somebody had a gay blood, we're going to say you don't want from them Hindu God on them?
Well,
From them
apparently.
Hindu them?
He's an idiot.
Where you going with that?
He's an idiot.
Where you going with that?
That's a imps, boy. He's a imps. Morning.
Morning, Stephan and X.
Yeah, who in the naughty corner?
I want to share pistols for three of them this morning. First, penniless. Who will take front to say the PNM invited the Pope in 1985. You know the government invited the Pope. The second one, it have a fella they call him Idi Amin Stewart. He want to protest
in front of the
minister's
minister's
house and things like that. I want them protesting in the house. And the third one, it have an independent Senator Vera who want to question the SOE. He understand what happened with the 12-year-old, so he's about 15.
Aye, no problem. Well, Vieira did say they would have to justify it, which they would have to do when they come to Parliament. But it's going to be passed anyway because I think this is the one that they don't need no great majority to extend.
No, they don't. Man.
They never really need that. They go come on.
Can't do anything about it.
Hello, good morning. Good. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Stephan.
Good. Yeah, let me take one first. Yeah, go ahead. Morning.
Put Beckers in that corner, boy.
Who?
Beckers supposed to get about 40 lakhs, but give his stick from it. Because we have all the evidence that you can think, Alari, that is total madness, and the news people who ask the question too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice 6. Morning. The man says 6. I guess she's 6.
Good morning.
Yeah, we did naughty corner this morning, man.
I don't like the idea of sharing licks because before I watch a movie that is portraying violence, they tell your parental guidance is advised.
Uh-huh.
So you see the licks we're sharing?
Mm-hmm.
It's time to cut that out. Let me try to make our people intelligent and not sharing licks. They're wrong, show them what is right.
All right, I hear you, but hold 2 for that. Yeah, you hold something there. You calling to tell me to share licks? But you're so, eh? Morning. Sorry, 6224911. He threw me off there, you know. Don't share licks. Don't share licks.
Don't do the wrong things.
You understand? It because we stop sharing licks is why we're in the position we're yesterday. You understand? Child have too much rights now. So child want to be parent. Think about that. You understand? When we were sharing licks, you know what cocktail I get? We had a belt called Mr. Jack. Don't pray for Mr. Jack to come out, you know. It's wap wap. You understand? And it's stinging. When you go to school and you misbehave, you used to get strokes, and the teacher pull you inside. You used to get strokes. You understand? We had a discipline and a order. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's touching up, boy. 2 weeks now, I call them for a man come to scope out my place. Up to now, the police, they reach by me. People come and deepen out all the fruits from the trees, and the police can't see them selling it, but
You're
I
serious?
see them selling it. You know what? We are going to take about 10 this morning.
Where?
Homeland something too.
Where that is?
Freeport Chase Village.
Freeport? Oh, God, boy. Freeport police.
Freeport. The Homeland Minister something too. And don't talk about that 999 line. Then forever 10 and 15 minutes you're waiting. People could rob you, kill you, and then them go answer the
Nah, they ought to take something for that. Nah, they can't be operating so. We'll go again. Hello, good morning. Who's in the naughty corner this morning?
Yeah, I think the looks that you get when you were small is what make you the idiot you are today. So you're sharing it back on other people.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Bye-bye. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, morning.
You calling in our segment to talk about those share licks. You out of time in rock, so morning, go ahead.
Yeah, morning.
Take
You
our
see
next
them
one.
men and them who planning to advantage little children, boy?
Yeah.
You see that whip you're hitting them, boy? That is where them men supposed to be getting, boy.
Exactly.
You understand, man? That is what they're supposed to be getting. And penny beckles for telling the Prime Minister to see what's going on in she government.
That's
and
right.
leave she family with the ones with the catch with the illegal guns.
Oh, gosh!
She had to get some of she family and them.
Nice. Take that. Yeah, and the man will call back like, you feeling the blows, boy? You call back to get more? Nah, man. You have to be a dunce a epic proportion. The more you're calling, the more you get. Morning.
Hello, good morning, Stephan and X.
Yes, dear.
The man who calling and going against licks, he needs some of that.
That's
yeah,
right.
because long time when we get the licks in school, licks for home, and all over, everybody was disciplined. Licks
That's
didn't
right.
kill nobody yet.
Don't study.
So give the man some. Yeah, give him a time.
That's right. Them so the house has been the most disorder, you know. But they calling to tell you about order. You understand? Morning. Morning.
Stefan?
Yes?
I want to share some links for the PNM. How come they haven't gone to court yet to protest the state of emergency?
Well, you know that old talk. You know they can't do nothing about that. They could go to court how much you want. They could go to Wimbledon and all. Morning.
Morning, X.
Yeah,
morning.
man.
Well, I
Morning.
wasn't going to call in for this segment, but based on what you say, I want to give Auntie Cams a little too lash. Not too much, because she used to be licks in school, All right.
No, you're wrong about that. Hold on. That is, you see how misinformation is?
All right.
No, hold on. Let me correct that for you.
All right.
She was the Minister of Education, right? It have this thing for years upon years that they say that Kamala stopped licks in school. That had nothing to do with that. The UN had an initiative called the Rights of the Child, and all nations signed on to it, including Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why, part of the doctrine was to remove the punishment in school and so on, and the corporal punishment in school and that kind of thing. So we signed on. It was a UN initiative.
Give the UN something and give them something for signing on to it.
Well, yeah, well, all right. We could do that. They could get that. But that wasn't her. She didn't come up with that idea to remove it. Morning.
Yeah, it's so easy a woman call back and say the fellow who called in this one say was sharing licks. It's so easy just to pick up nothing. Easy to talk nonsense, right?
Did he say him clown?
I mean, you know about that time with them.
But you have money on your phone, boy? Oh, God. You have happened. Call a woman now. Right? Call a woman or something now. Do something else now. Right? Because you ain't making no sense calling in here every minute. So, right? Give me a break with that. Right? Nice. Lord Father, morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes.
Penny Beckers for giving wrong information, saying that they was the one who turned out to be on the United Security Council. When they checked the files, it's in 1985. Nearly 48 years old. Nearly 48 years old.
Yeah. That's no accident. See that one?
No. No, I didn't see that one.
All right, let me tell you how sad it is, right? So, Parliament going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it was mentioned that the government, right? They got the seat at the United Nations Security Council, right? For
Right.
2 years.
Right.
So, they secured it for 2 years. With 181 votes, overwhelming support, right? Beckles, as opposition leader, get up in the Parliament and say, is the Prime Minister aware that we had a seat under a PNM government between 1985 and 1986?
Oh, God.
She get up to say that, you know. So Comes gets up to respond, and Comes say, we are aware of that, but we also aware that that was nearly 50 years ago. No, but somebody can explain. Explain it. No, that it's a sadness, why? That's your argument, boy. You can't just be happy we get back a seat for 2 years at the UN Security Council, right? Regardless of whatever you think about it. You might think the UN is a waste of time. That is the opinion of some, and so on and so forth, right? But I'm saying, okay, the government come and get back that seat, right? So, and your only counter argument to that is to say, are you aware that under PNM government we had a seat at the Security Council in 1985? You going back to 1985, so I'm to 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. One to the last 10 years between 2015 and 2025. 2015 and 2025. So what happened to all those other years? You going back to 1985.
I take a shine off the ball. I never see more. The ball bowling.
But how you going to take a shine off the ball with that
shine off the ball. You don't take a shine off the ball. You don't get something for yourself.
But I mean, look. Like if I was in Parliament, right? I'd be a miserable fellow, you know.
Yeah.
Because like when it comes to when I mention anything globally, I will say things like, is the opposition leader aware that under the PNM we were put on a European blacklist? And things I would just be antagonizing them with that now. Yeah. If you wanna go back to those things, you going back to 1985, boy.
Why not? They have to
That's all they claim to fame, boy, to go quite back to 1985, boy.
They have to take a little shave off the ball.
No!
Shine off the ball. The one much she did the son, I never see more.
My daddy dead, my brother. My son laugh, you know. I said, nah. Morning
again.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead,
give
Stephan 2 cloud there for me. He said something last week. Yeah, game to cloud. Because he said something last week.
Who that mean?
You never see, and it's based on a true story, you never saw the play and the movie Madame Butterfly. Stephan saying the best things in his life ever happens in the dark. No matter what, you're just partaking of a meal without first looking at it. So it come like a fella who tried to get me when I was a younger fella on the dark side of my side. And he tell me about it really is no difference if it's a woman or a man. No matter what. Yeah, game to cloud again.
I'll go take it. I remember saying that. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Who's in the naughty corner this morning, man?
My naughty corner is the People's National Movement and Penalty Breakers for the reason is for not following up on legislation concerning the children and them from since 2015 to now. If they had done that, life would have been saved. Who knows, even they won from yesterday, then so they need a lot of licks for that. Because they are future leaders.
All right. I hear you. Something he said there, I remember the Prime Minister on Friday too. She mentioned a piece of legislation for children, right? And she said they brought this legislation, and she said, I want to remind the country that the members opposite voted against that, a bill for children. I can't remember the name of the bill, but I remember she said that on Friday. Hello, good morning. We'll take two more.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yes, I.
Yes. You know who the Prime Minister was in 1985? George Chambers.
Yes.
They couldn't realize that he was no Prime Minister. They used to call him Dunsey.
Oh, God. Well, that was a kind of double entendre, you understand? It was Dunsey and Dunsey. You understand? But nevertheless, they didn't lose that next election. What it was? That wasn't just before they lose the election to the Tree?
Yeah.
She got back on that.
Yeah.
She went back on that.
Yeah, that far.
No, man. Hello, good morning.
She got you said that, did you?
Mr. X, good morning. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning. I bet you guys, the day they start back breaking necks in this country, right? I bet you they stop all that nonsense and they leave children alone.
Yes.
I bet you the day they start cracking necks, they will leave children alone.
All right.
This place is disgusting, and we have a lot of monsters and disgusting human beings walking among us.
Yeah, that's
Terrible
right.
state we're in.
That's right. All right, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah. The man responsible for that child, boy. That 26-year-old suspect, hold that. Go with that. Morning.
Morning, dear heart.
Yes,
Both
finally.
Or who is there. So, I would like to give some licks to that same person you're giving licks to who interfered with that little girl.
Yes.
If he is really guilty, he should get more than licks. You remember in France they used to use the guillotine?
Yes.
Breaking neck is too easy. The guillotine, they should really bring that back.
All right.
That would be nice. Cut off his neck.
Oh, gosh. Easy. All right. So I'll tell you what, that's it for the Naughty Corner this morning. We got 6 minutes to the tentative play withdrawal. That's it for the Naughty Corner. We're wrapping it up, right? But yeah, she really said that. No, she really. I thought you saw many of say was out there this weekend. Yeah, she really said that. Is how she stand up. She said with a serious face, you know. She stand up and she's like, "Is the Prime Minister aware that we had Trinidad and Tobago had a seat at the Security Council, the UN Security Council, under a PNM government in 1985?" And she sat down and waited for the response. I couldn't believe. No, I'm telling you, that's a sad state of affairs, man. It's a sad state of affairs. I couldn't believe that she actually said that. It's as if she was trying to take credit. It's as if they were trying to take credit, like, we did it. But between 85 and now, that by the PM, I think, yeah, Cams get up and she respond correctly. She said, "I want to remind the opposition leader that was nearly 50 years ago." Don't drop the mic. And this is where but listen, this is where as we after the play withdraw, we move on to another topic here, but this is where the Prime Minister, I think, is needed in the public space. There was a report on CNC3/PNM3. Well, I see people calling it PNM3 now, where they said that the Prime Minister has been missing at the post-cabinet media conferences
for a
year. Right. Yeah. But Shane Mohammed, who I know as a political analyst, he said something that was very, very, very true. He said that they were comparing the amount of times that Rowley came to the podium, right? And he said, sometimes that'll work out when you come too much. So he said, the Prime Minister could probably make an appearance once a month at a post-cabinet. He said, but the thing with the Prime Minister is, and why she would be needed, is that she has this warmth about her, if I've ever met her. And she has the ability to diffuse a situation. Right? And I think that is true. I think she has that ability, hands down, to diffuse. But I also think, because she's a seasoned politician, like how Penny get up and talk about 1985. I mean, that was an easy one to hit out the park for 6, eh? Yeah. But the way that she said it, she get up and she said almost like for kicks her, because like she couldn't believe right. that this was the counter argument, or this was the what you want to nitpick that they would mention 1985 and the PNM get a seat in 1985 now. And she just, the way that she said it to them. But she has the charisma and she has the ability to bring calm. Right? So I think while that report was a report to kind of highlight the Prime Minister's absence, to put perceptions into the public space of her health and this, that, and the other, and she ducking the media, I think it kind of worked against them when Mohammed said that in the report, because it's true. And that's what we were saying with the protest action and Alyssa Phillip and all of them, that I just thought that the PM could have come out and just simply say, look, there's a due process and there's a natural course of justice, and we have to understand how the law works, and just give the explanation of that, and that could have diffused a lot of things. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I think she brings that kind of effect to highly sensitive issues that could be beneficial in the communication that the government puts out.
I neither here nor there.
With her appearances?
With her appearances per se on a post-cabinet setting.
Right.
She could be there, she ain't bound to be there. Till only putting information is being sold, fine, but I personally think she should be there though, at least once a month.
At least once a month. I think she could make an appearance once a month, because I mean, we don't want the media to throw the panties in the air again. They like to throw up the panty in the air now. Oh God, where's the prime? I'm not seeing the prime. Where's the prime minister? I'm not seeing. You know, this girl sounds like some real. You know.
Right.
I like it. But you know, and they were also upset that the government has had some functions and not invited them. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. No, that was in the report. You didn't hear the report?
No, I didn't hear that.
That was in the report, Tommy.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
The media has also took issue that the government has had several events or what let's call it several or whatever, right? Several events, you leave it like that, and not invited, and the media was not invited. Well, you know I'm the media. They get spoiled. They get spoiled with them hors d'oeuvres. You see them hors d'oeuvres and the finger food and things that they are custom. Yes. Yeah. But you know, media people are some of the greediest people I ever come across, you know. It's like never see come see, you know, when they see food, you know.
Right.
When you invite the media to something and they put out a whole finger food thing or whatever, this girl like they never see food, you know. Some of them, you know.
Two-plate Terry, this is called Terry.
Boy, you know.
This is Terry. Two-plate Terry, this is call him, you know.
Two-plate Terry?
Two-plate Terry. Because he move with two-plate right through. Right through, he move with two-plate in every function. Two-plate Terry.
So? Are you all missing the hors d'oeuvres or the Prime Minister? Which one are you missing?
Both. Both.
Hey.
You feel that business?
And the play with draw coming up. That draw, of course, after the draw, we're going to get back to the action. And,
we'll switch gears a little bit.
We'll switch gears slightly.
I want to talk to about poor people.
Poor people?
In inverted commas.
Poor people?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know Trinidad is the land of the poor.
Yeah.
But we're coming to the 10:30 draw. So after that, we will get back to you. Although don't go anywhere. It's Talk City off the record.
Supervised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board. Good luck, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to the NLCB's 10:30 a.m. draw for Monday, 8th June 2026. Let's begin with our playway draw. This morning's winning playway number is 18, the Lucky Mark Waterboat. That number again, 18, the Lucky Mark Waterboat. Keep your ticket. The playway jackpot could still be yours. You don't need to win your mark to win the jackpot.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment. We bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
back on its side, and we're in hour number 2, making our way up to 11 o'clock. We're just about 20 minutes away from that. X has a particular scenario here that he wants to put forward to the public, and we want to engage with you and get interactive with it and get some calls going. So, talk to me, X.
I wanna frame this the right way. So to all entrepreneurs, all the people with businesses, all the people in supervisory positions in different places all around the government and otherwise, all the sane thinking people or right thinking people, all the people in general, right? I want to let weigh in on this scenario. Now, if you have a program running, right? And the program is running, this concerns poor people, in inverted commas, right? The lower end of society, the people who looking for something, you know, that kind of way. They're looking for something to keep them running, right?
Right.
They join this program and it start to run. First fortnight, they're supposed to be paid, right? They haven't been paid, right? So they went along. They bided on the first fortnight gone, so like the first 2 weeks.
No money, boy.
The second 2 weeks come, no pay again.
Oh gosh, nah, man.
On the second tranche of the program, but they're coming out every day and they're doing what they have to do, and they're working. Right? It starts to become a challenge after the first month. On the third fortnight, which is 4 weeks done gone, and 2 more coming, right?
Right.
On the third fortnight, you don't get paid. Again.
Oh gosh. How you gonna survive?
When do you consider it reasonable for somebody to down tools on a program?
When you call it quits? Well, not quit, but you're just not, you're not coming out.
You're just not able, because you have your different commitments, because, you know, poor people always have that, how to put it, boy? They always have an excuse of some kind, because the children, the driver income, wherever, they can't pay this one, they're borrowing money to come to work, that kind of stuff, right? When do you down tools? When do you say, well, I ain't coming out. I ain't enough, and I ain't coming out today.
And this is after 3 fortnights, you say?
This is after 3 fortnights.
Well, personally speaking, I find you went far. After the second fortnight, I might have stopped. I might have still.
You might have still? After the first month?
I would not. Yeah, you talk. Well,
it's 2 fortnights by 2 fortnights, so that's
okay,
a month.
So that's a month.
Like the first month, you didn't get paid.
I would have to take into consideration. Well, the 2 fortnights is a month.
Plus the third fortnight.
Yeah, but how long is it depending? It depends on how much having my pocket to come to work. Well, if I ain't get paid for 2 fortnights,
you ain't get paid for 2 fortnights.
How coming to work? How about reaching to work?
Yeah, and you're going into the 4th week, the 5th week, in fact. You're rallying down into the 5th week. Right? When do you decide to down tools?
I think anything over a month is enough for me. Well, let me hear what people saying.
1 month.
6224911, 6224911, or 3944911. How long do you go without pay before you say, "Hard enough"? You down your tools. You don't show up for work. You're not showing up for work based on you're not going to work at all. You're informing the boss that you ain't coming in.
Well, 1 or 2 days in the 5th week. In the 5th week, you're saying, boy, I can't make.
You can't make.
Pressure.
All right.
Pressure.
Yeah, morning. How long would you go without a salary?
No less than 3 fortnights.
No less than 3.
Than 3
no
fortnights.
Less or no more?
Sorry, no more than 3 fortnights.
No more than 3 fortnights.
3 fortnights. So that is 1, 2, 3. So that is into the 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Right. You would start a down tools after the 6 week.
He's saying 6 weeks is enough.
All right. Okay.
That's a little over a month. I think I would reach my limit there about there. Hello, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
My finances might start to run thin at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, good day.
You see, the first day after the first fortnight,
Uh-huh.
that is when you had to quit. Because let me tell you something, anybody who joined those programs is people who live day to day. So that first fortnight, they would be borrowing, trying to make ends meet. So they
Right.
would already have accounted for that first salary to get by.
All right.
So to go 2 other fortnight and work a third fortnight,
Yeah, that's
that's
madness.
That's madness.
Your
That's madness.
resources
That's-
wouldn't reach you that far. You gotta borrow.
Just starting the first day, you would have resources because remember, these programs are made for people who live day to day.
Okay.
You understand? It come like you're selling something and make a hustle and you take the money and you buy it to continue the next day and thing. When
Right.
people enter these programs, they enter this because they don't have no cushion, they don't have no collateral or anything, So they will take this opportunity, ban the belly for that first fortnight, hoping that they get
the
something
money,
now to
yeah.
sustain
Yeah,
them.
man. I can see that
Yeah.
happening, yeah.
So to go 3 fortnight and still get money, whosoever running that program is a heartless human being.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right,
Straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Heartless, the man say, boy. Morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, I go ahead.
Morning.
Mr. X, this is Long Circular.
This is what?
This is Long Circular talking to
All right,
you.
go ahead.
Long circular talking to you, man.
Go ahead.
I hear from you for so long. But anyhow,
Yeah.
after 2 fortnights, I pack up shop. Thank you.
Okay.
After 2 fortnights. All right, that's a month. I can see, I can't see people going 3 boy, X boy. To go 3 fortnights, you would have to be, one, you would have to have some resources under you financially to get to work.
Right.
Right? Unless you're working within the community and you don't have to travel. But outside of that, I can't see people going 3 or 4, but anywhere past, I would say a month. Because how you gonna live, boy? How you gonna live? You have to live, And then to hear the next part of that now. If you have a woman, well, oh God, now you're dead. Because if you have a woman with a child or 2 children, but I said there,
high pressure.
but it's either but it's mad also you. Because that woman gonna be and rightfully so, she gonna be constant in your head, boy. So your woman goes start to feel a lying. If a woman will do that, they'll start to feel a lying to them, And you're telling them you get paid, And they will ask you where your money gone. And if you get the next woman money, and you have a next woman, and all kind of thing, Oh God!
That problems.
You're mad or what?
That could be problems.
Worse yet, if you're a drinker or a gambler, and you're coming home in the fortnight and say, girl, didn't pay me yet, What? She done start to calculate your money to the casino. Or you went and gambled and you lost the money and you come in and say, no, serious? But I'm telling you, all them scenarios just play out, boy. 6224911. I'm telling you.
At what point would you decide that enough is enough kind of thing?
Enough
But-
for me,
but
I'm
if
telling
it-
you,
if it-
enough
if
for
it-
me is after a month. I would go probably 2 fortnights and that is it.
What would you do as a supervisor?
What would you do as a supervisor?
Uh-huh.
Well, it had to have, as a supervisor, I would have to take it to my superior.
Right, you take it to your superior already, you write it wherever.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Oh, boy, let me just... Morning, go ahead.
A blessed morning to you, X and Y.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
Since Y leave and went away, since he come back, I ain't get in. I don't know what is the reason for that.
Yeah,
But I have a serious contribution to make.
I hope it on this topic,
situation,
Go ahead.
what the LC Coro and the Sama businessmen is recommending that the government give them the site where the old URP, or Works Garage used to be,
Right.
just as they leave Port of Spain and you're coming up the Beatum,
Right.
on that Y there,
Right.
before you're meeting the Maritime and go south.
Right.
There's a site there where I think it's Works had there.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the
Works,
drivers and them used to be there.
Yeah, that works, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
That section there, I call it a Y. I hear the businessmen of El Sicuro and Bataria more or less say that they go put out $100 million to build a fire station there. I think that is a no-no. I don't know how come they come up with that. But I have a place they could go beside the, because here why they wouldn't go away. Do you know, we're supposed to be aware that the highway always have a 99 years extension lease more or less in terms of succession. You know, because you could improve on a highway because of certain situations that develop. It's needed. Right? So that is a no-no by putting that office or putting the fire station for Bataria D.
All right.
You know, this fire station closed down on the main road between, what they call it, between the bus section there.
Yeah, up on the main road between the traffic light by the
Street,
I know where you're talking about.
Right.
I know where the old fire station was.
Right.
All right.
So, just now.
Yeah, but we talking about something else, you know. You coming to talk about your own thing. We ain't talking about that.
Man? I don't national at Trinidad and Tobago, you know. I listen to you all the time, and I hear
everybody else.
Me
too. Yeah, but everybody else. What I'm saying. We on a topic, and you call on a different beat.
You gotta be,
discipline. So we love you.
I'm trying to call this to come back.
Well, all right. Well, that's not my fault.
It is what it is.
That's not my fault, but yeah.
And X, he know everything. I listening to him very good. He know everything.
Well, everything what? What I know everything what?
Thanks.
All right, no, see, you can call back any third hour. We can come back to that.
What I know, I talk. If I don't know, I don't talk nothing. So we talk about. Hello, good day.
I don't know if that was a compliment or...
Morning.
Morning.
You man want to beat up all your own program, right?
But I'm telling you, if you're listening to the program, you must know we ask a question, right? We ask a question.
Yeah, so,
how long you would go without any pay before you decide, look, I ain't going to work?
I think I'm not reasonable, but in the first instance, why you go allow poor people to work a fortnight, knowing some of them walking to go to work, some of them borrowing money to go to work, some of them borrowing from the shop to get food to eat, and all kind of thing, and by the first fortnight, you pay them. You understand? And I think one of the problem is, what happening is, every time you ask about your pay, you're only hearing the processing it.
That's a big part of it. It's where they're telling you when they can pay you.
So, and if you ask for a pay slip, you can't get a pay slip when you get paid.
Okay.
So it's a problem. People need to know that you can't work people and not pay them. That is not something you could do. If you know you don't have money, you don't hire somebody. If you have a work to do and you have no money to spend on workman, you go tell a man come and work for you?
No,
I guess not.
Right.
If I have no money to pay you, then I shouldn't hire you.
If you say you have the money, and now you have let's say it's a company and you have an accounting department, right? The accounting department go take a month and a half, 2 months to process people money. Something had to be wrong.
All
right.
Something had to be wrong. And if you're giving them everything they ask for and they keep coming back the next following week and ask you, well, here what now? I will back this document, or I will back this, or me I get this, or me I get that. And that's something like somebody trying to do something so that somebody get a pay and then somebody go get up and start to get on bad for the money.
All right,
okay.
Yeah, don't see. Look, I have a message here just now on the topic. Before downing tools, it's reasonable to seek clarification, request a firm payment date, and use the proper communication channels. However,
if you're not getting that.
However, if there is no clear explanation, timeline, or progress on payment, workers may understandably feel they can no longer continue working without pay. That said, situations differ. Some may remain in the program for experience, skill building, and resume value, while they search for other work, especially if they were previously unemployed. Others may reach a point where they cannot afford to continue without being paid. Both perspectives are valid.
What do you do as a supervisor?
What could you do as a supervisor? You can't do nothing as a supervisor. That beyond your reach. You can't do nothing about that. as a supervisor, you have to refer it to the person that hired on you. They have to refer it to somebody else. You low down use a low hanging fruit in the chain of command. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stephan and Mr X.
You're not in control of payment.
Good.
Yeah.
So concerning this topic you're on, you must give people a timeline. Whether it's a month and a half, but you have to pay them by that time.
Okay, but hold on, caller. Let's say the timeline is, let me say the first fortnight come and they tell you, well, okay, hold on. You'll get your money next week, eh?
Yeah, Friday you'll get your money.
Friday you'll get your money, right? And that Friday come.
And that's what I wrong there.
And then the second fortnight reach now. They say, well, yeah, we go hit you the 2 fortnight next week.
Yeah.
Right? And then that week reach now and you keep getting next week.
What do you do?
That is cause people kill people.
Unacceptable. You cannot do that.
You understand?
Yeah, I mean, you cannot do that. I want to add something before you change topic. Well, it's something on a different topic. Concerning the PH drivers, okay?
Uh-huh.
I have been in the march with the Barrett young lady.
Right.
Almost 8 years ago, how much ever.
Yep.
And the situation for PH has not changed.
It's not changed.
And nobody has seen nothing. I remember the bus strike last week. People were saying, well, the PH drivers, that you can't be correcting a situation that is bad. It is bad. We need to have these drivers registered. It's have all kind of criminal and bandit driving PH cars out there. And it's just a matter of time before something stupid happens again, which happened this weekend, right? These people need to be registered. We need to know who these people are. It is madness. Letting this go on as usual, and nobody is saying that these things are important to the population. Something needs to be done seriously about this situation, PH drivers.
All right, no problem, man. Okay. Thanks a lot. Yeah, look, somebody's saying, same girl saying, it would escalate as a supervisor, because as a supervisor in that situation, your role would be to protect both the workers and the integrity of the program. So you can't fix the payroll directly, but you could take strong, structured action to push resolution and manage expectations.
Well, yeah, you can manage expectations up to a point. Eh?
Up to a point. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, morning, X.
Yes.
I hear you say something considered this last week. Now, is it that when you finish work, and the time you finish work, you can get to go home, probably do something else, so you can earn another income?
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah. We have 12 hours in a day.
Right. And number two,
well, 8 hours.
I will do what the ministers say, Ms. John.
What's that?
If there is any problem with people getting their salary, come to her and talk to her. Because like the ones between Ms. John and the supervisors, they are the ones that kind of mucking up.
Right.
So I will go directly to her as a supervisor. You understand? That's my solution there.
All right,
thanks
no problem.
Thanks a lot. Very
Still,
interesting.
But still, even if you
even if they come and they hit you at 2 weeks pay after, which would be a month, right? They hit you 2 weeks, by 2 weeks they hit you one shot. You're cool with that?
2 weeks by 2 weeks, one shot?
Yeah.
2 fortnight?
Yeah.
And only the third?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool with that.
Cool with that.
Cool with that. I can live with that.
If they pay one,
If they pay me one now, we go on. Yeah, go ahead. I would have to gunterize the situation. Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning. I know of some security firms. They pay their workers 4 times a year. I have a friend, she gets paid every 4 months.
Every 4 months?
She gets 3 months pay and 1 month staying inside. That's under the previous government. That's how she used to get paid. And that contractor, security contractor, they had contract with HDC, and they have contract with the school, especially a school in Caranage. Every 4 times a year they get paid. They get paid for 3 months and 1 month staying in. Okay. And she worked 12 upon 12 and upon 12, and oh gosh, I tell you, how you could do that? And that's company policy. You have to wait and wait and wait. Thank you.
Company policy.
If you're getting paid 3 months, that's supposed to last you another. Well, I wonder.
All right, so we'll come back to the phone calls in the third hour. We have the 11 o'clock news coming up, but yeah, I think it have certain things that will enter the equation. One, I remember when Moleman had the pest control company, right? Sometimes they tell you, look, especially when you're working for government, they will tell you you're expecting a check at the mountain or wherever, and you call them and they say, yeah, the check done, do it, just had to go and sign, wherever. And then when the mountain come, you get a story. So you know what I come back and tell your workers, boy, next week. Or Monday. Friday for Monday now. Monday from Friday, right?
Right.
So Friday, come and tell people, look, we had to go for it Monday. Then when Monday reach, they tell you come back. They tell you come Friday for it. So now the workers and them now who's waiting on and tell themselves again the thing Monday, they had to wait till Friday. And sometime when the Friday reaches, a whole run around again, right? So you see all of that does build up a whole tension between worker and employee, right? Because the worker now does not have an understanding of how the structure works in terms of the organization, right?
Right.
I know a lot of managers, a lot of business owners just take time out of the day to explain to their workers how the business works.
Right.
So that they understand that when you drop the ball and the business suffer a hit, I still have to try and pay you. But we lose income because all they mess up.
And the interest payments
Right.
and the things that you borrow and things
And
that you
that's
chemicals
right.
and so on and
So you have employees who just give a whole they have a meeting to explain in great detail the way that the company operates and how one thing affects another. Right? Now whether or not employees will have a better understanding of how it works when you explain it to them. However, patience will run thin at some point in time or the other. Right? If you're in me 3 fortnight, you can't give me one and tell me whole strain. Nah, you're mad. By the time I pay who I had to pay back, quite living on borrowed money and borrowed time. By the time I pay back whoever, I back in a hole. You understand? One fortnight pay ain't helping me. You understand? You have to give me at least 2. I'm going to owe me 1, but I'm going to let you owe me 1 for a week because I want the rest of my money. No, because you have to understand.
and rightly so, eh?
And rightly so.
Because it's poor people dealing with it, so you have to
that's the next thing. When you're dealing with people on the lower end of the economy,
right?
They know they have their commitments to me just like everybody else. Albeit that sometimes it's a lower end commitment in terms of they mightn't have a $26,000 or $3,000 car payment to make.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have to pay the insurance because they might be able to afford an insurance policy. They may not have a huge mortgage that somebody who working within a certain pay bracket would have to pay and things like that, right? So they may have less. They might have bills of a lesser value, but they have bills.
Well, yeah.
And when all of we go in the groceries, the same bill, right? Because when I pick up ketchup as a poor man and you pick up ketchup as the same price you pay.
Yeah.
So right. So you know what I mean?
Tell about people price.
Nah, it's an well. Oh, you dog on the lower end? Yeah, no. It's $3 for you. The rich people just pay 6. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It don't work like that. So I mean, every bill that you had to pay is it's you know what I mean. And the last thing, and the one thing that I hate, like hate. I hate to have outstanding bills.
Right.
I hate to be owing people. Hate it. I don't like to owe.
Right.
It does play on my mind. It does frustrate me. It's stress me out. You think? And that would happen. That happens with everybody. Everybody's only human. I ain't seen Stanley. And I know 11. I don't know if somebody wants to. Who come into 11 o'clock? We run past 11. Like they forget to have 91.1 access or
looking
like the newscast. I know what's going on. But I know 11 o'clock on the system. That is for sure. So
the newscaster's gone. They're gone.
Well, I am trying to figure out.
Well,
we have some commitments. We'll run the ads. We'll pay the ads. I do understand that. And you go see next thing you come flying through the door there, you know. You understand?
Play some ads.
Where is Stanley Augustus? Oh, there he is. Here he comes.
Nah, he ain't coming.
He ain't coming in here?
Nah.
Look, tap on the glass and ask Stanley what's going on 11 o'clock news, please. Oh, look, the man here, man. All right. It is It is Kyrie Roberts. All right, it is Butters. Butters is here, and he come through the door smooth. Albeit a few minutes late, but smooth all the same. All right, what you on? You on 3? All right, Butters is on 3, and we're gonna get to the news, the 11 o'clock news with Kyrie Roberts. Here we go.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment. We bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
unity, man. It have that in Trinidad.
No.
You don't feel so, boy?
We have pockets of good unity.
Why, boy?
We have pockets of good unity.
We mean pockets. You're
We have
talking
pockets
unity.
of good unity.
So you're trying to tell me that
Carnival time is one.
All right, but hold on. You're trying to tell me that we more divided than united?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It have plenty people going around with thoughts like you and Harry, you know. He's not the only one, eh? It have plenty of them that wouldn't say it. But they think like that. Just bear that in mind. Let that sink in for a little moment.
All right, but okay. We have. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And the same way, it have Indian people thinking the same way about African.
About African people, right?
So.
And the Syrians and Chinese laughing.
Yeah.
But nevertheless.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, right? You're saying we have pockets of unity.
Yeah.
And I am saying we have a minority of people in our society that divisive.
Yeah.
Right, but that minority cannot spoil the togetherness and unity of the majority.
Well, it could infiltrate, as they would put it. You don't have, you don't have to be gay in order to be groomed to be gay.
No. All right, yeah.
Right. You could be groomed into that.
Yeah, it could be groomed into that, yes.
Very simple, same way.
We have some very, very professional groomers in Trinidad and Tobago.
I'd have men telling you they're not gay, but they're engaging in gay acts.
Well, all of that too. Some of them are children.
And they're adamant that they're not into that lifestyle.
So some of them are children and married and all kind of things.
Yeah, and they're engaging in that kind of lifestyle. It may not be the majority, but we have pockets. Well, it will always have pockets of little issues with people around, but we have pockets of good unity, pockets of good things.
So you're saying that good unity.
The Syrian don't mix. The Syrian don't mix at all. The Chinese don't mix. Don't mix at all. It's more around where we have the dominant species of black people and the dominant species of Indian people.
So why
that's where the pulling and tugging is coming.
Yeah, but why we just always pull and tug?
Well, I don't know. I just people sowing them seeds, so it just getting in people's head. It have thousands of people out there thinking like you and Harry.
Yeah, but okay, why it is some Indian people and some African people have this belief that the opposite ethnicity has done something to them?
Well, it has been so from ever since. We're
Indian to African and we're African to Indian.
This started from Capildeo and Williams. That's where this started from. We against them.
Okay, but we
ain't
past that.
Well, yes, but we have some people are thinking like that still.
But are we okay?
Everybody here is Brahmin. No?
All right, but
everybody is Brahmin.
Okay, but are we divided more by ethnicity, religion, or class?
Ethnicity, I guess that's ethnicity.
Serious,
and
boy?
Some people with class, and some people with, it's very small numbers. It's not scientific what I'm saying, but I'm saying that we have pockets of goodness that happen across the town.
I disagree with that.
I think we have pockets of that.
I think we are majority unified and minority divided.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I'm not sharing that belief at all.
Well,
I'm not fooling myself. I understood long enough to know that I'm not sharing that.
Okay, so hold on. So you wouldn't say that the last election, right?
Mm-hmm.
The diversity that we saw the UNC adopt.
Diversity? What diversity?
Well, people will tell you that long time when you see a UNC rally, you see mostly East Indian people. Now you see a more mixed.
No, they never said that.
It have people with that opinion.
It have people that it is predominantly Indian.
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine to say. But to say, well, we mixing like that, I don't see that happen.
You don't think it have more people of African descent that have shifted?
We have 600,000 black people and Indian people, them basically.
Right.
In Trinidad and Tobago. Forget the rest. The rest is on their own scene. This fight is between the African and the Indian, whether we like it or not.
But I mean, the same tribal politics is played out in Guyana. Eh?
Well, this is exactly
same thing.
that is why the winner does normally win by 300,000 votes, and the second runner-up that's coming second at 290,000 somewhere around there. That has been so since whenever, right? That's the ratio, right? So don't feel it have more Indian and African and more.
No, the ratio it's balanced, and we had the Douglas in between.
But it have plenty people like you and Harry out there that just don't say it. And it boils down to the spiritual aspects of things, and in some cases, you know, the how we share the wealth and whatever.
Why do people
but
have this?
Open line and share.
All right, phone lines are open.
Open line and share.
6224911. Let's see. I disagree.
Pockets of good work.
I think we have more unity.
No, I don't think so.
I think we only divisive at certain times and with certain things.
I have gotten some parts in past the Caribbean Bridge going down on that side, down countryside and wherever. And I have gotten blatant racism already. I have gotten compounds that I can't go in. And I Douglas. And I can't go in. They want to know who's them people on my land. And all them kind of mad thing going on. I have gotten that already as a young fella.
Well, I mean, look, there was this guy, the same way Johan Harry put out that video.
He does magnify. He does magnify it. But his thoughts that people have in their head.
Right, but the same way that he disrespected the Hindu religion in that video. I have seen videos. I see a fellow of Africa and he sent out that video. He say in the video, he say, let me tell you something, eh? He said 95% of the work I just get is from Indian people. And I never had a problem with them.
Right. Well,
they're treatment nice. I never had a problem with them.
That's for him. Right? Another man would say something totally different.
He said the other 5% is with the Chinese and the Syrian. Right? No, that is his experience, but it might have people who have had a bad experience, right? And my thing is, you can't judge a whole group of people based on one bad experience with a certain with certain individuals.
That was say we have pockets of good things going on, and we have to kind of make that more prolific than the other incidents.
Okay, but would we say
because
that
all right. We just say that one God. And I constantly reminding people we don't have one God. Everybody, God manifests itself in different ways to different people.
Right.
Right? And the Hindus are polytheists. They are people that have different gods that they pray. They go to the mandirs and they pray to the different gods for different things. For wealth and prosperity, for health and whatever. And they pray to different gods. Does that make them less than your God?
No.
That you presented as your ultimate savior? Has anybody proven that there's a God? No, but everybody believes in where
they believe in a higher being.
They believe in a higher being of some kind.
But if you go back to other civilizations, they believe it had the sun god.
Well, yeah, it
have
countries of the world. They say in the Bible that he will come back when everybody of the earth knows God. Or it is revealed to them.
When that go be
right? Because
that ain't gonna be we time.
Well, they said that in the Bible. So, but that's your belief. And then you have people who believe that if they take it in the afterlife, they have virgins and wherever to go to and all kind of mad things. So there's not one God. Everybody
have their own position.
Right, everybody have their own position.
I have no problem with that. I respect everybody.
And I respect everybody, but there are people, thousands of people out there that are thinking like you and Harry. And on both sides of the divide. Not just one side. Not just his side. On both sides.
That thinking that, demonizing other people's
religion. Well, it is what it is.
Listen, I always believe that you're entitled to believe what you want to believe. I am a Catholic, was raised a Catholic. I came up in the Catholic
Roman
religion
Catholic? I'm a Roman Catholic. You ever say a Roman Catholic without blue eyes?
Well, I don't say I'm a Roman. Hair? I wouldn't say I'm a Roman Catholic.
Well, I was baptized a Roman Catholic.
Yeah, but I'm not from Rome.
But I am a Roman Catholic. Any way part of me look like a white man with blue eyes and long hair?
Right.
Come now, man.
No, well, I am from Trinidad, so I say I'm a Catholic. I don't say Roman Catholic.
But everybody
Roman Catholic is if you're in Rome.
Everybody to their own order. You
Right.
understand? I just give everybody the space, wherever, and I just try to avoid conflict as much as I can.
And then why is he?
Because I have done conflict resolution already, so I know how to diffuse certain situations, and that is my business and get on with why doing.
There must be a reason.
People?
But there must be a reason why the Bible is the most popular book in the world.
Well, they consider that about the Quran too.
Every house has a religious book
They
of some
consider that
sort.
about the Quran too.
Well, the Quran, the
It's
Quran
not,
and the
it's
Bible,
not, it's not as old as the Bible.
Well, yeah.
But it has its teachings.
Well, yeah, understood. But
Right.
what I'm
And
saying
all of them preachers love.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I use Bible because I'm a Catholic, and I'm saying to you, every household has a religious,
Look,
some sort of religious book.
the same Bible you're talking about is the one that promotes slavery.
Yes.
How?
Well, slavery is mentioned in the Bible throughout many different ethnic
many
groups
different pieces
Yeah.
in the Bible talks about slavery.
Right.
About owning slaves, owning persons like yourself.
Right, but that was at a
At least like
time.
myself. Well, at least a Negro guy. But
Right.
nevertheless.
I thought it was just a Douglas.
I say a Negro guy.
Oh, sorry. I thought 1 minute is a Douglas, next minute is a Negro. Now. I don't know which one it is now. You know, I mean, you're mixed.
I don't know why I say it when I say it.
No, but what are your thoughts on that? Are we more divided than united as a country? Are we divided more by ethnicity, by class, by religion, and why? Why we can't find that common ground, boy? We just find common ground in
Are we
in certain
supposed to find that
aspects.
common ground?
What's that?
Are we supposed to find that common ground?
But of course we are.
Well, I don't know. Why?
Because we human. It don't make a difference if you're African, you're Indian, you're Chinese, you're Syrian. It don't make a difference what ethnic group you belong to. At the end of the day, the human being is a human being.
Well, different texts teach different things.
What you're trying to tell me is that one ethnic group, you see somebody that catch your eye from a next ethnic group and they're looking, you ain't gonna be attracted to them because of their ethnicity?
Well, it have what about culture? Culture plays a role in that.
Well, all of that too.
Right. Culture would not allow you to do that.
That's interesting, you know. When you put it like that, culture would not allow you to do that.
No, it wouldn't allow you to do that. In this day and age, we are that still going on. We are those things still going on in this day and age. And the concept of marriage is about a financial arrangement. It's not so much a spiritual arrangement.
No, but the concept of marriage was always a financial arrangement.
Well, some people don't think it like that. The doctrine does not teach them that.
Yeah, but the concept of marriage
We
was
the
never...
only poor marriage ceremony. Here. The only poor marriage ceremony is black people.
Well,
check it out.
Well,
we know to do is to come people wedding and bad talk the wedding, bad talk the food, and talk about we so love all here.
No, but the concept of marriage, that is why arranged marriages, right? Arranged marriages, as far back as you could go, has always been about bringing wealth together and power.
Yes, but it doesn't resonate across the board. Because cultures are different.
Right, not only cultures are different, but people come from different financial backgrounds. So in other words, not everybody wealthy.
Well, yeah.
So what poor people go marry for? It have no uniting, have no houses. When you're dealing with poor people, that's why poor people is married for love and feelings. But really and truly back historically, people used to marry based on finances and it was a power play. You understand? But anyhow, right. So anyway,
okay.
Like I said, we open the phone line and take some calls. Like, all frightened to talk about this, boy. Like, sensitive matters.
No, well, people doesn't want to talk about it because it is everybody has their own concept of how this thing works.
Yeah, well, then if you don't talk about it, how we go get past it?
Well, we can
That's
get
the
past
problem
it.
with society.
We can get past it, yeah.
Everybody afraid to talk about it. Me afraid
But
to talk about it.
Culture has a lot of roles to play inside of that matrix there, and that's what the problem is, you know. That's
Culture?
culture has a lot of roles to play. the financial role to play, the cultural role to play, the spiritual role to play. Everybody has a different concept as to how this thing's supposed to play out. You know, but I have mines, and I just share mine. They do have to agree with it, but I just share mine.
All right, but let me see. Let me hear what people say. I know it's a sensitive topic. People will be breaking to talk about. You know, we're afraid no topic here. Morning.
Hello, good day.
Stephan and Mr X. Good topic.
Yeah, man.
While all the discussions going on about the races and things, we have a situation here where the Douglas population seems to be increasing.
But that's what I'm saying.
They mix it up. They mix it up, the cultures and everything. Everything mix it up.
So very soon this topic might be a thing at the past.
But this was saying.
Well, you never know. You never know. I'm not a scholar. I just have my view from what I've read and what I've understood. But that doesn't mean that it is correct.
But you think we divided more than we united?
In certain areas, but there's people with old time thinking and.
I think so.
Well, yeah. Well, you have those people still alive. They ain't gone away. They dead.
You don't paint everybody with the same brush. The people you least expect you want to normal, and they treat you like normal.
Yeah.
You understand me? But it's still going on. It's have it in their own family, not in a wider range. Sometimes your own brother or your sister like that, and you just be wondering, well, what really going on with them?
All right.
Eventually, hopefully, we'll get a hold of it.
All right.
No problem.
They had to play real unit again.
Yeah, man. No sin. No, but my thing is the same way.
Let me show you a simple example.
Like
a woman and I just deal with elections and wherever. So I used to borrow her van, right? When my vehicle down, wherever the case may be. So she had a battery problem, wherever the case may be. An Indian lady, a whole Indian lady, real nice lady and wherever. And she had a battery problem, and I came in the middle of it and tried to fix it, and I didn't get a redress, wherever. So we buy a battery. We going along the line, the battery started to get trouble the second time. Right? She's accusing me. She made a statement to me that I'll never forget in 2026.
What's that?
Anytime I try to help all the black people, you understand? If you know how I want to pay off that lady for her battery, I just wanted to call her and tell me how much for her battery, so I will go and give her the money. Not because I switched the battery or anything. You know. She accusing me of switching the battery.
Right.
You understand?
On her back part, yeah.
She accusing me. Go ahead, go ahead.
She accusing.
Accusing me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Accusing me of switching her battery. And I don't know nothing about that. Because I wouldn't switch her battery. I had 104 cars already. I'm not switching nobody battery. I don't have time for that stupidness.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But when she made this statement to me, I was like...
Every time I try to help all the black people.
Yes, boy. I get different, boy.
All right. Morning.
Like X and Amar followed because he had more cars than he.
Oh gosh, that's a low blow. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me again now Bacchanal because Toyota is a good top and the name brand.
How the man brand come in this and wherever they play well.
Well, so you telling me 100 and how much 44 cars you have and you don't have one Toyota?
Yeah, I had two. I had about 4 actually. Yeah, I have one right now.
Well,
I have
you
one
see?
right now.
Well, you could probably keep a brand name longer than he, so that's probably why.
What can I talk about? Hey, this not about Robert. This is about me and you. Go ahead.
Let me go down that road. I just talking.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This whole issue with marriage, if I have a man on this planet, if there's a way to not to marry, he would not find a way. But you have to understand.
He real that
the male DNA. No, I'm telling you, the male DNA is totally different from the female DNA. All you know what is the meaning of a nester?
No.
Women DNA is nesters. They like to build homes and they like to nest. So they see men as the builder of their nest. So a woman naturally will gravitate to, once she meets a man, to want to have a home, which we now created this system called marriage to say, okay, now we lock you into this nest and now it's a marriage. But if we could have helped it, no man ever fall in a nest. It will just be women alone. So we created this concept of nesting, and women now control that. As soon as they meet a man, well, boy, I want to make a family, I want to build a house, I want a thing, and we now committed now to having to provide, work and provide and things. So that's the whole concept about this whole marriage scenario. You see, what creates the most conflict within society and thing, first is ignorance and lifestyle. You notice the people in the comfortable society, them don't have no issue about race and culture and religion and all them kind of nonsense. They just go about them lives living. They'll be kind of invisible in society because they're financially stable, they're comfortable in their lives and all kind of thing, and they just move on. It's the people who ignorant now who would get hype up with the ones who control them, would have them, going and marching, and they don't know what they're marching for. They don't know what they're protesting for. But because somebody say, hey, that person doesn't look like you, they're like you, they jump on a bandwagon, and with their ignorance, they're not educated enough and all this kind of thing, and then they run out to that. Like this idiot who make the statement about the religion and thing. He know absolutely nothing about Hinduism or would like to know anything about Hinduism and jump out and talk about gods and all this kind of thing. Now, any other part of the world where there's fanatics, we know that he would not be surviving all now.
Yep,
you understand?
Definitely.
Because it have people takes their religion serious, and you can make them kind of allegation, especially to that level, and feel that you'll still be existing. You understand?
Yeah.
So that all these parts of that make up this whole thing. And I just always tell people, if anybody in Trinidad call themselves a racist, they don't know what racism is at all. You cannot be a racist and survive in Trinidad one day. Because from the time you open your eyes, the race that you are against is in front of you. You're eating with them, you're going to school, your children. You know what a racist really is about? People understand racism and what back in the days of slavery and thing, that you cannot go in the same bus and you can't use the same toilet and you can't everything. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's ignorance, illiteracy.
And they're falling ill and they're going to meet an Indian doctor in the hospital.
Yeah.
you understand? Like to tell you how dumb these fellas them is.
Maybe a Hindu.
All right. Well, cool, man. Yeah.
So take care, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Morning. I just know these are the topics you shouldn't shy away from.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Mr. X, good morning.
Good morning
Yes,
to you.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah,
I don't understand how all of a sudden, as this administration get into office, the Hindu organization want to talk about unity.
You don't know me at this voice?
As I grew up in a place where my neighbors on the right were Hindus, neighbors on the left were Muslims. I didn't understand that until I got to the age of 11 or 12. I see them as these Indian people, although one was dark and one was fair.
Right.
But we played cricket. Then, when I realized there is a difference? There was a death in the Muslim family. And the Hindu man, because Muslim people kneel down and pray.
One time they get married at 20. They get cremated.
Married differently as well.
Between the same day, before the same day. Right.
And the Hindu man made a statement about how they just pray. So I go on and I'm trying to figure out, and then I realize, but wait a minute, he's a Hindu and them is Muslim. So two neighbors now like each other. One is Muslim, one is Hindu. There's a junjat to get them married in them time.
Right.
That creates a problem. So when they come to talk about
culture,
right? When they come to talk about unity, I don't see that there's a problem in Trinidad and Tobago with unity. So let me explain it.
So where the problem is then?
The problem is people. People promoting, because as the gentleman just outlined, when I get up in the morning, I ain't stopping to see if an Indian man driving a taxi or a Chinese man or who it is. I put out my hand at a taxi stop, I jump in.
That's right.
Right? Here the problem. I am a descendant of Vincentians. So here what was said to me when I was going to, even as an adult now, go back where you come from. You have no right to say nothing here. You have no say here. Dr. Eric Williams bring you and bring your parents here for voter pardon. You understand that? So I could say I face racism. Here the next thing. I heard a man who is a who is a minister, who is my parliamentary representative, went to open the South Campus.
But that may not be racism. Right? That may be xenophobia. Eh?
Well,
but go ahead.
Xenophobia based on racism from Dr. Eric Williams' time. If I want to put it now, it's right? From that time, it was racism because they see Dr. Eric Williams bringing in a ton of African to create, right? So now it's xenophobia. In that time, it was racism. So let me raise that point. I heard the minister and for my parliamentary representative, Saddam Hussein, went to open the South DB campus. They were doing some cleaning up. And he said to them, geographic discrimination. That is why the school ain't open. If a minister is using a phrase like that, you think we would have unity? If a minister make a phrase geographic discrimination, and this is something the UNC always sing to their base, is that when PNM in office, they get geographic discrimination. That means that they're not seeing about East Indian people. The same people tell you when PNM was in office years ago, under Dr. Eric Williams, PNM only building a house for black people and the people didn't pay no rent and this and that. And if I decide they were going to have enough of them on the East-West corridor, I'm going to carry them across the Caroni Bridge.
Yeah, but
right now I have 2 buildings in Chagona, Stana Bay, going in nearly 2 decades, considered voter pardon, because I'm going to bring a particular group of people in a East Indian community. And if there's not that, they tell me they're going to bring crime in my community. Just how the lady say, see people like you so, I fed up with people like you so because you teach my battery. She identify you to be a criminal because of your skin tone.
All right.
Enjoy the morning, gentlemen.
Yeah. All right. But we also have to bring couple the early discussion because there were things that happened under him. We against them. That was the slogan back in the day.
We against them.
We against them.
Morning.
Good morning, Stephan and Mr. X.
Yes,
yeah, man.
good
That was bad. I
said something just
that was
now.
bad. No.
Some people
I think so.
Engaging in gay activities, but they're not gay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand that. How you could be engaging in gay activities where you're saying you're not gay? That is madness.
No, that happens.
That happens.
They have what you call. They have what you call.
In a hotel with a man.
You have what you call the underlow.
Pay me and I say I'm not a prostitute.
They have a section of the alphabet soup called the dong lows.
Say TNT.
No, it is what it is. It
Let me
happens.
tell you, I heard you said something about. I listened to, I think it was Obi program. A woman, you talk about how we divided, and I heard a lady she called the program. She made a contribution, and before she was finished, you know what she said? She used the N-word. Them N, so and so, and I said, but what the hell is this? Just so? Wow. So we divided down the middle. Have a good morning.
All right.
That's another concept again.
That's another
concept again. And culture plays a role in that scenario.
All right. Morning.
Stephan and Mr. X.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
Morning. You're looking at social media so far?
Social media? Yeah, we're always looking at social media.
Right. You recognize it's a real racial division going on right now?
Well, it happens on both sides.
On both sides. I'm not pinpointing no race.
Right, it happens on both sides.
There's both sides.
Right.
Both sides
happen. Go on.
Of course.
Foolish people
but
on
what
both
I'm
sides.
saying, I
From then to now, it is getting more open, more blatant, more in your face now? Because I've been looking at, I've been trying.
No. I am thinking
on social media, especially.
Hello, hold on. I am thinking that the only reason that it is, how to put it, boy? It is more poignant now because of the politics, or how the politics is. Because I think that if Kamla Persad-Bissessar had done certain things a different way, you would have had a different sway in the conversation.
What do you mean by different things in different ways? Highlight something.
It has so many little. I don't want to say certain things on air, right? Because I don't want to prejudice the situation. But I'm just saying that if she had done certain things in a certain way, it would not have brought out this kind of conversation.
One question: Is it based on the whole campaign fall where she said she will do things and it hasn't been done as yet? Is it based on all of that also?
Well, of course.
Wow.
Things like that. So it have different. Yeah. I really don't want to get into that portion of the conversation.
I don't want you to.
Yeah, I don't want to compromise myself. Like put it out.
Yeah. I don't want to push in on that thing neither, but it is getting really out of hand, I find. And let me just say this.
But it will taper off though. It will taper off.
I will never support no one on social media that I see people supporting that guy, right? I will never support them saying to any woman, even though it's not anti-cams, but somebody else, calling somebody a hoe or saying nasty things about their religion. I could never support anything like that. And I think
you and many people, but look Kizel willing to forgive him and so on. So it is what it is. You may not think about that, but other people that
she mad.
Yes.
Let me don't go kiss her, because if I really go there,
I don't even listen.
I want to come out in
I
problem.
don't even listen to nothing that has come out of them. So
yeah, because I hear her and I pass it, right? She is a mental case by herself, so she behaves. So I don't really take her on. But the fact but I understand what you're saying. For somebody like her actually agreeing with that kind of thing, it's crazy. But at the same time,
she has an audience, whether we like it or not.
Yes, and you're correct. She has an audience, a big one too.
Yeah.
And, I can never support that, because calling a woman that and supporting that, something has to be wrong with your boy. Something has to be, and then not only that, cursing somebody's, whatever people believe, you can't stop people belief, Because many times, let me just tell you a little thing. My family is Hindu, but I do not take part in it, because I know nothing about it. And even though they try to teach me it, I don't want to, because I just think the Hindu part of it it's complicated for me. It's a lot. When you talk about even the death of somebody, it's a lot. A night you go through different things. It's a lot. So I do not do anything of that. Even my uncle and my other siblings, when they passed away, they passed away and they wanted their thing done in Christian. And we have Hindu family. But at the same time, they said it's too much. And we respect that. And even the Hindus of our home came to that funeral and sent them on their way, because that is the last wish. So that is just my point. I think everybody should respect each other, and we'll make some movement.
All right.
Have a good day.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Right. No problem. Take our next one.
I know showing
Hello, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. X. It is what you think it is. It is who you think it is.
All right. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, man. The song to me like the song like thing now. But anyway, morning.
Good morning, Stephan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, gentleman next to you.
Mr. X,
Gentleman next to you.
So let me share something.
But you know, Mr. X, yeah. Mr. X, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you remember the Great Calcutta Ship episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I listen to Barataria and these fellas and the level of hypocrisy, it is amazing. Do you know Stephan and Mr. X? Long time in the early 70s, I grew up in South Trinidad. When they see a Indian person with a red shirt and a yellow pants, they say label them as a coolie from Barakpo, you know.
Okay.
Just the clothes you wore would have identified where you came from.
All right.
So,
I didn't know that.
Well, I have no boy to fight for. I fight in the middle.
Yeah.
I fight in the middle.
I am saying to you, it happens on both sides of the divide. You know, the Indians would have the issues, but they would keep it very subtle, while the Afro-Trinidadian would be very vociferous about it, because simply they were in political power for a longer period of time, which would have given them that opportunity to express themselves in whichever way they felt. You know,
all right.
That is debatable.
All right.
Yes, and I hope,
that, yeah.
I hope that the Indo-Trinidadian, because we have they would want to say, Indo-Trinidadian administration, I hope they do not follow suit.
Right.
Yes, because people can feel aggrieved enough to do the same stupid things.
Right.
Yes, my brother. So I hope we mend it. But really, racism was spread by the Afro-Trinidadian through the political device, and that is what it is, my brother. Have a nice day.
Okay.
All right. No problem. Take our next one. Have a break to take
This
it,
one
but
hot
we'll
boy.
go.
This one hot boy. This one generating this discussion.
It took a little while, but it pick up a steam.
Hello, good day.
Yeah, morning.
Hello, I don't conform to that at all. Because the PNM put up, if it's 32, 41 constituency for its entire term. Doesn't matter if they're going to lose if they're going and lose in Chaguanas, they put up somebody to run for the party in Chaguanas, lose or win for the entire decade. UNC don't do that. That is why from the inception they were considered not a national party. They don't even go to Tobago. Right? What they do is look for the loudest black voice in those constituency that is against the PNM, and they pull them in and join them up. So there's two different things.
Well, I wonder what I agree with that, boy. That's a kind of funny statement they're making.
It is. That's the fact. If you look at it, the UNC, through its entire career from when it started, never put a person in Lavantil. If they find that person, is that person been making noise for years against the PNM, and they pull in that person or that person join the party.
Yeah, but that happens with the PNM too, so I don't understand.
Well, they say, but the point is, the PNM goes in the constituency, and what I'm saying is, for the entire decade, the PNM put up a member in each one of the constituency. The UNC does not do that. For the entire time, is either they find one or they leave it open, and they let our next party pick up that space.
Where is that happen? Where does that
in Lavantil and Tobago.
Because, okay, you're
Tobago,
talking...
I'm
trying to understand your logic.
Lavantil, Tobago, Mova, certain places. That's how it goes.
Well, I went up for on a different party in
That is the point I'm making. You went up under a different party, but and if you look sharp, you're that show your support behind the UNC. That's what the point I'm talking about. Just
but
like
it
on
happens
this
the
station.
same way in the PNM. I don't understand what you're saying.
No. There's
I'm
a
not
difference.
understanding the parallel.
There's a difference.
What is
there's
the difference? In
because,
South and Faizabad and those areas, just put up the loudest black man too. So what's this? Just put up the loudest black man too down in the south of the Caroni Bridge on several occasions.
Put the loudest black man across the Caroni Bridge to make noise against the UNC. That way you're trying to tell me? Who's the loudest black man across the Caroni? Who's the loudest black man across the Caroni Bridge?
Where's that?
Who's the loudest black man across the Caroni Bridge?
I don't understand.
No. You tell me something, so I want to know who you're referring to. I could tell you right on this radio station.
But look, okay, Victor Roberts.
Glad you raised that point, you know. Yeah, because there's a conversation this morning whether or not we should go in front of them, because they want to know if that should be number 16 on the place that you shouldn't protest, because going by our minister house and protest because the union, and I just say that, you want to talk about this conversation, they talk about race, what Padarat said to the union who making noise and thing, is either about that or about race. How the race come into unions decide to go in front of minister house to protest? How race get involved in that?
How race get involved in that?
Ask Padarat, because Padarat made the statement. So part of that tell we how race get involved in the union, decide if you put me 15 places in town, I can't protest. So then I decide to go and protest in front of the minister's house. And that was part of that response. But, as you say, Victor Roberts, they used Victor Roberts to drag a coffin under the PNM. Victor Roberts went home by the Minister of Health. Now all of a sudden, it's security thing. The minister have family, it have the communities. I will call the police at the shop. All of a sudden, what we were saying, what Victor Roberts was doing was wrong. UNC joining up with Victor Roberts and find out was good. Now we jump ship. And now, the same thing going on happen to them by the union. No political join up, you know. The union making noise for the money and they want to go my minister.
All I'm saying is that your premise is not... There's a paralysis in your analysis.
There's always a paralysis in my analysis coming from you guys. But it will always be. But at the end of the day, you can't say what I'm saying is not true.
Well, how am I not say? I am saying it's not true. I am saying there's no merit.
Well, you tell me what part of my statement is not true.
It happens
you tell
under
me
the
what
PNM
part
also
of my,
too.
Mr. X, just simply say, see that way you now say it, or John Paul or Harry or Jane, that ain't true. And
that
then you
ain't true.
point out my paralysis and my analysis.
That
Until
is not
time.
true.
Which one?
Your
What I said is not true.
statement is not true.
Which one? Which part
Your
of my
statement
statement is not true? That Victor Roberts didn't drag a
Forget
coffin?
Victor Roberts. Forget Victor
So what-
Roberts.
So then what
Forget
part are you
Victor
referring
Roberts.
to, sir?
I am saying that you are saying that the voice of the average Jew in the let's say the East-West corridor, the UNC does look for the loudest black voice, and I am saying to you that happens in the PNM also.
I'm not disputing that.
South of the Caroni Bridge.
I'm simply saying there's a difference.
Well, that's
there's
all
a
I
difference
say.
in which the PNM puts up, if there are 32 seats, 41 seats, the PNM puts up 32 or 41. The UNC has not in its entire lifetime done that. They either have two choices. They either leave it open for an next party to run and join up with them, or they look for the loudest
So what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
I only know them to do that for
What
Tobago.
is wrong with that?
What
is wrong with that?
tells me that they are not a national party. That's what's wrong with it.
All right, well, I have a break to take and we got to wrap
Enjoy,
things up,
lady.
But all right, cool, no scene. Went a little too long with that one, but nevertheless.
I'm trying to measure
I'm
what he's saying.
going to take this break here quickly, all right?
Maybe when I...
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further.
The old heads, but it's the same way like how people beat vote PNM or your father go lost, he walk on the port or vote UNC because of whatever. That is embedded in the younger generation that coming after. And it's the same thing with race. It's them African and them Indian and that's how it is going. We need to move past that nonsense, man. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but nobody brings a new perspective to that, to how the parliament should be made up. To get away from these two major
proportional
parties.
representation.
These two major parties.
Well, yeah. But here comes the news at noon. Connect with Sharon comes up after this. We are out for today, but do join us tomorrow. All right, later.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.